you indicated that if Eve couldn't talk Adam into biting that apple, this whole world would be perfect. We'd be living in a perfect world where no one would ever harm anyone. Is that what you think heaven is?
I know from personal experience that Adam had no choice. That's number one. But you're asking it hypothetical. I'll answer it hypothetically, okay? If Eve did not convince, or she took a bite of the apple and convinced him to take a bite of the apple, it's not an apple, it's a fruit, okay? But anyway, who knows? Somebody else would. You know, God knew this. God, when he put man on the earth, he wanted fellowship with man. And in biblical perspective, he had fellowship with Adam and Eve. Okay, until they sinned, and then they were banished from Eden. Okay, so that's the thing. Now, would somebody else have sinned? And when I say sinned, you say, why would biting an apple be a sin? Well, I mean, it in and itself is not. But when the sovereign God of the universe tells you not to do something, and you do it, that's disobedience. And that's what happened. Okay?
I'm sorry, wasn't the tree of knowledge?
Tree of knowledge.
Yes.
Yes. So it was wrong for Eve to have tasted of the fruit of knowledge and to have tempted it.
Yeah, she was aware of evil at that point. And evil is a very powerful force. I mean, it's
Yeah, but
great.
I have trouble equating knowledge with evil because...
Well, because then everything was perfect. They were perfect. They had no bad thoughts. There was no such thing as a bad thought. There was no evil. There was all obedience to God, whatever God said they did. Okay, that was, and I admit that it sounds like a story, fairy tale. I admit that, but I believe it happened just exactly what I said. Yes, ma'am.
When Eve ate of the fruit of knowledge,
Speak up.
when Eve ate of the fruit of knowledge, why God did not want her to eat of that was because they actually were told by evil or Satan that they would be like God. They would know like God. They would be as God is. That's what they wanted. They wanted to be as God was. That's why they ate of that knowledge, and that's why God did what he had to do. And he had to put them out of the garden because there was the other tree that they weren't supposed to eat of. Does that help? Does that help you? No? Okay. Well, knowledge.
Okay.
If they had the knowledge, they would be like God. That's what
That's right,
That's
yes.
what they wanted.
Right.
They wanted to be like God. They wanted to be God.
Yeah, that was what Satan told me about first.
Or they wanted to know God.
No, they already knew God. They wanted to be like God. Satan told them, you eat this fruit and you will know like God knows.
I always wonder where Satan come from.
Satan,
He was created by God.
he was created.
Why would you do that?
Good question.
Good question.
Well, okay. I'll make a statement about what you're talking about. Good and evil, choices, free will, and all that stuff. And I was getting into that and something else. Theology says, and this is what I believe, is that God wants us to love him of our own free will and follow him and his teaching of the Son by our own free will. He doesn't want to make us do it. It wouldn't be us doing anything if he made us do it. Like you were a kid, your mother made you eat something you didn't want to eat. It wasn't because it wasn't really showing reverence to your family by eating. You were afraid of it, but you did it. But God wants us to choose. If we didn't have a choice, everything would be perfect. Like you said, we'd be in a perfect world. Nobody would have any diseases. Nothing would happen. That's not how God designed it. God wants us to choose him, okay, or reject him. It's our choice. That's why he allows evil. Because evil is the rejection of God. I'm just, Old Testament
Satan thing,
101.
I don't understand.
I'm sorry?
I don't understand Satan. Where did Satan come from?
He gave the angels a choice also.
He
Satan
was-
is an angel.
A fallen angel.
Yes. And a third of the angels were with him. That's what. Okay, we're getting into some really heavy stuff here. Okay, Harry, go ahead.
You hope to go to heaven someday, don't you?
I don't hope to go, I'm going, man.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Heaven is a kind of world that you say we shouldn't, we don't want. You're talking about a perfect world as not being a good thing for humanity.
There's a difference. The people who are in heaven at the end of time,
But heaven is that kind of a world.
yes, it is. And those people who love God will be there, and to them, that will be perfect, yes. But those who do not love Him won't be there. So it will be, they've chosen that. That's the point. The choice has already been made.
Very boring.
Look, you guys are getting me up here preaching, and I didn't start this class to preach.
Well,
That's what you want me to
you're
do,
right.
guys.
We've started this, yeah.
Okay, anybody else?
You wanna come?
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 more slides, and I didn't present them because they're blatantly biased. Okay? So I wanted to have the discussion before this, but if you do want to discuss these slides, we'll talk about it, okay? More and more people believe there's a fine tuner. This fine tuner has sent us messages to demonstrate his handiwork. Quote, the heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech, night after night they reveal knowledge. They have no speech, they use no words, no sound is heard from them, yet their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. Psalm 19, 1 through 4. And one more I'll leave you with, because this is about discussion outside that God, okay? This is Romans 1, 18 through 20. Paul writes, the wrath of God is being revealed from heaven against all godlessness and wickedness of people who suppress the truth by their wickedness. Since what may be known about God is plain to them, because God has made it plain to them. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. Now, I know people who read this first part get all upset about the wickedness and godlessness and suppressing the truth by their wickedness. So if you'd like to discuss that with me, or right now, it's fine with me. We got time. We got 10 minutes. So anybody wants to take a shot at me about that, any of those scriptures, have at it. Yes, Bill?
It says, have been clearly seen.
Yeah.
By whom? By
By
everyone?
everybody, yeah.
By the Native Americans, 2,000
By
years before
by everybody,
Christ?
The creation of the world.
Well,
since the creation of the world.
no, it says his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen.
Right.
Well, the American Indians and the black Africans didn't know.
How do you know that?
They
Were you
didn't
there?
read it. They didn't read about God or Jesus or any of
Or
that.
why do you think why do you know that you don't know about God?
Well, they certainly didn't come to believe the same beliefs as the Christian religion teaches.
Well, a lot of people didn't.
Sure.
And I told you
It
this, I said
says
this
clearly
before.
seen,
Hey,
clearly,
two
so clear
questions.
that
Hey.
Christians burnt people at the stake.
Christians did not burn people at the stake. People operating under the guise of a
Okay,
government
I hope you
who
say
called
the same
themselves
thing.
Christian burn people at the stake, okay? That's not what Christian is. Read the New Testament. You see anybody, Jesus telling somebody to burn somebody at the
so
stake?
the Pope wasn't always Catholic, I guess.
Well, I don't know about the Pope, I'm not Catholic, but I'll ask you, did Jesus tell him to burn anybody at the stake? And do you know what Jesus taught?
No, my point is about it having been clearly seen,
Yeah.
that it wasn't
All
clearly
you have to
seen.
do is look and you see it. And today it's even more prominent than not. You don't see it because you have a bias and won't let you see it. You've already decided. No, you haven't decided. I understand you haven't decided. But most people have decided whether it's God or not.